Okay, so this is going to be the first of a handful of individual, and there's actually two people who want to do a voice session together while our intrepid party is on break, while they have some downtime, and they are currently in Emon. Alora has been kind enough to put them up in what remains, or what is being rebuilt, of her tower. So we're actually going to get started with Volkarr and see what he wants to do during this 2-week time off. Not including the carousing and partying, I'm sure that will happen with the group during the Dragon's Defeat Festival, but what he wants to personally get accomplished. So you wake up, it's the next morning after Alora has brought you over to her tower, and you have the entire city of Emon in front of you, all the hustle and bustle of getting ready for this massive festival, and what do?
All right. Just looking back at what we talked about in Discord, let's see. Yeah, what I wanted to do, I wanted to basically ask around and investigate some for information if I can hear anything about the Shade Watch and their practices, if anyone around in Iman has heard anything about them.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. And for background purposes, for anyone who listens in who are not you and me, what Squirrel and I had worked out for his character earlier while we were talking about Volkarr and his entrance was, how did he find the group? How did he follow letters? So do you want to talk a little bit about that link between Volkarr and Torkel?
Yeah, well, they are cousin, as we have already mentioned in the last game, and Torkel was kind of starting to feel he was out of his depth and has been exchanging letters with his cousin anyway. But in the last few letters, he was saying like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about retiring, but I don't want to leave them alone. They could use some help." And like, I know you're into that whole adventuring stuff. And Volkarr was like, "Yeah, sure, sign me up, bro." Or cousin. Because Volkarr has his own personal reason for, adventuring and going around, lifting up spirits and taking down bad people.
Which ties very much into his getting to know very early on. We may get into that a little bit in this very short session. Good Lord. Apparently
your
it's
voice
late
is
for
back,
me.
but not your words.
Not my words. I'm stumbling still. Good grief.
That's okay.
About his connection to, and actually how he partially found the rest of the party. He knows Theona Balmhand, whom the party met outside the forest in Singorn, right? So that may or may kind of not come up while you're hunting around. Theona did let you know that they were going to be in the Barnacle Bards were going to be in Emon for the Dragon's Defeat Festival.
And he's a bard. He knows other bards, generally speaking.
Right. So you want to start asking around the city as a well-traveled bard, especially someone who doesn't probably have too much of a problem getting down into the dirt, so to speak, to find people of a certain reputation. Why don't you go ahead and roll an investigation check for me?
I don't even know if I have that. Am I even proficient with that?
I have no idea. All this sheet is new. Yeah, we have a +1.
Let me see. Oh, damn. Okay, a +1.
It's not a super high DC, but...
Yeah. I was hoping to use more of my social skill, but,
Yeah, just to start. I mean, just to kind of get you... You're familiar with Emon. Yeah. You have an idea where to start, but... Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't be having advantage on that. That's going to be a 13.
Still, I mean, that's fine. You know that... Let me get rid of the dice on here. You know that the upper slums are going to be your best bet to start out in. So you head that direction, and you move out of the Cloud Top district, or what's left of it, where Alora's tower was, through the Temple district. It takes you a little while to walk through there, and as you're walking, you're seeing just more than the standard bustle of Emon, just this heightened alertness. One, because former dragon attack city, and also there's a joyousness about it, though. Some of this movement,
coming, right?
So they're hanging banners. You can smell all kinds of food being cooked through all of the passing taverns and houses. People are hanging up brightly colored banners. Just all kinds of things are going on. And as you move out of the Temple District into the upper slums, a place you do know, just through your travels, you start asking around, and someone eventually points you toward a bar you've actually not been to before. And it's one that it's a human man. He's probably late 50s, and he kind of grins at you, and he goes, well, you need the tavern floor over there. And he's like, have fun while you're at it, and kind of slaps you on the back and starts walking the other direction.
Okay, well, I thank the guy, and I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of fun in there. Because, Volkarr and taverns.
Oh, yes. This should be interesting. So you go down an alley, you go down another alley, and then eventually you see the door that he's described to you. It is pretty well hidden. You would just think it was another door to another hovel here in the upper slums, but there is a slight carving on the right-hand side that is in Dwarvish that reads Tavern Floor.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Let's get inside.
All right, in you go. This is well, I tell you what, let's actually show you what the Tavern Floor looks like, because I have it.
Ooh,
so
you have pictures.
I do have some pictures. So let's make that happen. Yeah, it kind of looks about like this. There's a couple of guys at a table playing cards. Their buddy, you think maybe their buddy is standing over them. He's already day drunk. It's pretty impressive how drunk he is, and it's only about 11 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, he's pretty drunk. Or maybe he never stopped. You're not sure.
Yeah, it might be from last night.
Right, carryover, hangover. Yeah, just keep going. The bartender is not looking at you directly. You kind of come in on the side. He's not even behind the bar. There's somebody passed out. There's a couple other guys drinking. Looks like a slightly rough crowd, like you might expect. And there is in the far corner, not pictured here, but in the far corner, there is a really, really bad bard trying to pluck out an absolutely ear-screeching version of the crowd-pleasing song Fire Down Below.
Uh-huh. I'm probably gonna wince. Mm-hmm. Because of that terrible bard.
It's pretty bad. You can tell from here it's a human female, probably mid to late 20s, very short-cropped, dirty blonde hair, basic traveler's clothes,
Is
dark
she also
blue vest. Drunk? No.
Oh, okay.
No, not drunk, but also very much clearly not good at what she's doing, but also not really into it.
Okay. She's not drunk, she's just normally bad.
She's just pretty bad at it. Yeah, it's, you know what? Actually, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh.
To discern your musician's ear here.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
It's not my strong suit, but it's not my worst either.
There you go. It wasn't a wisdom check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 13.
Oh, another 13.
All right. You stand there for a minute and you kind of listen. And you realize that isn't someone who is bad at it. That is someone purposefully plucking out the wrong notes.
Okay. Wow. Well, I guess with that audience, I wouldn't be super motivated either.
She just looks like she just didn't give a shit.
Right.
And then the last set of people that you do notice as you kind of watch her for a minute while you're figuring this out, there's a table in front of her with two humans and a halfling. They're drinking. Don't look drunk, but the halfling especially is a little ruddy in the face. and they seem to be minding their own business, just like everyone else in this bar, and they're certainly not paying you any mind.
Right. So everyone's minding their business, and half of them are drunk.
Yep.
Huh. Okay. Is there any that look like the kind of person who would know what's going on up in what is it, Joran Village? Is that where the Shade Watch is?
That is where the Shade Watch is.
Right,
You've
cool.
not
I remember
been
stuff.
there before. Yeah, Torkel had been there, but you haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk to the bartender. He's not really doing anything right now.
Right, he's not busy. I'm gonna go ask him then.
Okay. Yep. It's a kind of a burly human man, late 40s. And you approach, and he stops, wiping out the mug, and just kind of looks at you. Drink.
Yeah, sure.
What's your poison?
What's the best one you got?
He turns around, ducks beneath the bar, and when he comes back up, he has out a, it's not quite a full bottle of, it's very dusty, long corked. That's the best. Whole bottle will run you about 10 gold.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna take the whole bottle at this hour, but if I'm not gonna drink much, I'm at least gonna drink quality, you know?
You wanna, shit, nobody buys this shit in here. You want a sample?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, yeah. He pulls out a shot glass. The cleanliness of it, slightly questionable.
Yeah. That's okay, I've been drinking on the road.
Tips the bottle into the shot glass, and a couple of drops of a pure golden liquid comes out.
Ooh.
That'll set your beard on fire there.
That looks promising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And he takes a swig out of the bottle. It's good shit.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna try it then.
Mm-hmm. You drink this, and it tastes like pure honey. And then you wait, and then there's that burn.
Ooh.
All just from a couple of drops. He just looks at your face and he laughs. That shit'll get you drunker faster than anything else around here. I don't know the proper name for it. It's we just call it the golden honey, but who knows what the fuck it actually is.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take the damn bottle.
You got it. All yours. Plunks it in front of you. 10 gold.
All right.
Swap that off. He gives you the bottle. Puts out a full glass for you. You enjoy that shit, but don't say I didn't warn you. He just kind of goes back to cleaning.
Okay.
You do notice at this point the song has ended. She started up the exact same song over again.
He really doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't give a fuck.
I'm
worse this
gonna
time.
sip that glass very slowly because I don't want to get drunk right away.
Okay.
Put the bottle away, and I'm gonna ask the barman, how many times has she been doing that song?
He just looks over and he goes, "Oh, Lotus over there? Oh yeah, she comes in here every now and then. I think it's mostly because we give her free drinks because we feel bad for her because there's no tips to be had in this fucking place. At least not right now." And he kind of stretches and yawns later on, like maybe the later crowd, but she just plays the same 3 or 4 songs.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, she's been
And again,
here
the crowd
for a while.
crowd seems kind of sad too.
This place is sad. What are you talking about? It's the yeah.
I'm sure it's better in the
floor.
evening.
He turns back around. I want you to make a perception check for me.
All right. Perception. This is gonna be great.
Come on, dice.
Oh
shit!
I got a 1 minus 1 is 0. I'm
You know
fucking
what?
crying because of that alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna say that bartender's warning's starting to creep up on you. If you only had a couple sips of it, and it's like, whoo, okay, whoa,
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Whole new meaning to beer goggles.
yeah, real close to it. It's something else. You sit there for a minute, and eventually the halfling you spotted earlier comes over and sits down beside you. Mind sharing that?
Well, didn't come cheap, but
I'll pay
tell you
my
what.
share. I'll pay my share. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Puts
I
a
was
couple
gonna
gold down.
say, if you can give me some news from up at German village, I'd be willing. But if you want to pay your share, that's good too.
He pulls the gold back. I don't know what you're talking about. I live in Emon. I'm getting messed up in all that Gat Shadow bullshit.
Why is it that bad?
You know that's where the Black Dragon came from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No. He just looks at you. Fuck no.
What do you mean? Fuck no.
It's where the dragon came from.
It's where it came from, but it's dead now, isn't it?
You know
I even wrote a song about that.
Well, good for you. Maybe you can get old Lotus
Called
over there to get off the stage so you can play it.
Called The Hero of Westrand. I'm not gonna play it in a half-empty tavern with that people have drunk out at this hour.
He points at you. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna
That's
want
fair.
a good crowd.
Well, then you're gonna want to get involved in the festival for that.
Oh hell yeah, I plan to.
Nice, nice. He kind of like burps and then looks around. Okay. Well, if that's not happening, then I'm leaving. Bye. And he gets off the stool and stumbles a little bit. And they're like, "Oh, he drank a little more than maybe he realized."
Yeah, and he just wanted more too.
Yep. I'm gonna have you make
That's
another
also
perception
kinda
check.
bad.
I'm gonna have you take a shot at this. Another shot at this. Better than a 1. Better than a 1. Come
Oh,
on.
wait, come on, D20, come on.
I feel like I'm
Perception.
leading the witness at this point.
Yeah. Perception.
Do it.
Oh,
Fair
that's
enough.
not great.
It's not great, but
better.
it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be another
could have been a
0.
1, right? Could have been a 0, just like last time. He turns around and you spot out of the very top of his jacket on the back of his neck there is a strange red line
Huh?
on his skin, but you only see the first maybe 2 inches of it.
Oh, vertical, horizontal?
Vertical.
Okay.
And then when you look, you see that same mark on the bartender, which you'd missed before.
That's not suspicious at all. I start
not
looking
at all.
around to see if it's on anyone else.
Yeah, you take a couple of minutes, you kind of sip your drink slowly to look like you're drinking, but not enough to let it, super affect you.
Yeah.
And then when you see the bard move, she pulls up her sleeve for just a second, and you see a mark, one that you know, on her forearm. It's the mark of the clasp.
Oh.
And you put the
I
pieces
see,
together,
I see.
and it looks like most of the folks in here, save for a couple of the drunks in the corner, have this mark somewhere. It's visible that you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are a few people you're not sure.
Well, for a hidden tavern place, that's kind of what I expected. I'm not a rogue, though. I don't have that fancy rogue thing going on.
But
But
you are a talker.
yeah, I am. I'm gonna ask the barkeep.
Okay.
if he knows anyone who knows what's going on with the Shade Watch and Joran Village and all that stuff.
I'm going to have you make a persuasion check with advantage because you bought his nicest bottle of alcohol.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was hoping. Okay. On top of getting the bottle itself.
Right, true. And it is good.
Like, can you get me with someone in the known? Advantage. A boink. Oh, 21.
21, yeah.
There we go.
He looks at you and he leans over the bar a little bit and he goes, if I were you, I wouldn't say that too loud in here. But, oh, look, it looks like Lotus is about to go on a break. Kind of pointedly looks at you and then looks at her and then looks back at you again.
Yeah.
That's all he says. That's it. He's
I just go like, I suppose I'm gonna go have a talk with her about her repertoire.
Yeah, go talk to her about her technique. She'll love that.
And I go do that.
Okay. She has put her leer away and is kind of brushing off her pants, huffs when she sees there's a little bit of a stain on there, and it's like, God damn it. Looks up when she sees you and smiles, big toothy grin, slightly uneven teeth. Definitely a younger human female, and she points at you and she goes, I'm going on a break, so if you want a song, you're going to have to wait till I come back.
No, actually, I wanted to offer you a bit of a drink on your break.
Oh, well, she kind of eyeballs you a little more closely. I get that a lot. No offense, Mr.
Oh, you might know me as, what was my character's nickname again?
Thunderstorm Vol.
Yeah, Thunderstorm Vol, thank you. I forgot if it was Thunderstruck or Thunderstorm.
I always think Thunderstruck because of the Thunderstruck. Yeah, anyways.
Exactly. But I didn't want to go for that, so I went with Thunderstorm.
I love it. Because we'd all be singing it if you had.
Exactly.
We wouldn't
also, it might attract lightning bolts.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that.
She looks at you, and her eyes get a little bit bigger. She goes, yeah, all right, come with me. And kind of surprisingly strong for a smaller woman, starts to pull on you out a side door that you missed when you first came in. It's partially hidden behind a kind of a ratty green curtain. And you walk by the kitchen. She's not saying anything. She's walking really quickly. And then out into the alley. And when she wheels on you, she has a dagger out. She goes, now I know your name, and I know your reputation.
Oh, do you now? If you did, you wouldn't have a weapon out at me.
Do you honestly think I'm some pissant bard in a shitty tavern? Really?
Do you really think I thought that?
Oh, good. Even better. A smartass. Puts her dagger away. I saw you eyeballing everybody's marks. And I know you're not one of Shen's people, so what do you want?
Information. Just making sure I'm in the right place for that. So yeah, I was looking around.
Yeah, you got this
Now
far.
I know you people are into selling information. Or trading it.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not one of those people. I used to be. I stopped. I got out. Now I work for Shen when I need the coin. But and when you look at her arm, she pushes her sleeve up again, and you do have a better look at that mark now, and it's like she tried to burn it off.
Oh. So you went from regular to contractor?
Yeah, it pays better and less risk on my life.
Well, Good call, then, I suppose.
Yeah, I work on my terms, not his.
That's what I prefer to do as well.
Kindred spirit, huh? Smarter in the long run. She kind of is leaning against the wall. The early afternoon, like noonish sun is kind of beating down on you guys. And you see her push her hair out of her eyes, and she goes,
Yeah.
"So Jaren, huh?"
Yep. Torrent Village, Shade Watch, their leader. I know there's something fishy going on up there, but I don't know exactly what.
Oh, there sure as hell is something going on up there. She starts kind of fussing with the coin pouch at her side.
Yeah, I heard you
Actually-
haven't been getting much stiff, have you?
Yeah, that certainly causes an issue, but like I said, not exactly. Yeah, okay. She kind of eyeballs you again. All
I'm
right.
gonna toss her the 5 gold coins I have left. I expect to get tips to replace that anyway.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. She gives you a nod and grins again. Her face. It's so funny to watch her expression from when she was just a shitty bard in a shitty tavern and didn't really give a fuck. And there's definitely a cunning there now that wasn't there before. Yeah, all right. So I was up there a few months back, contract, like you said, picking up a contractual obligation on my end. And I leave the wagons for a moment, forgot some stuff back in the tavern, if you get my drift, and come back out, and there go 3 of the Shade Watch motherfuckers in that stupid red and black leather they wear because they're real obscure,
Right.
marching out of town. Now it's night, right? So 1 torch on foot near the Umber Hills, where the dead rise practically every other night at this point.
That bad, huh?
It's getting bad, yeah.
And they just go there in the night.
They left. That's the thing. They didn't head for the Umber Hills. There's 2 roads out of Duran. There's one north around the Umber Hills. There's one south towards Gat's Shadow. They went south. You ever get that feeling in your gut when you know something's wrong?
Oh, I know that feeling.
Okay. That danger sense, right? So I got the fuck out of there. Because something was sure as hell wrong. Haven't been back since.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. I value my life more than some crazy chase. I don't know what the fuck's all that about. And honestly, not interested.
Well, I'm all about the crazy chase, but I like to know what I'm chasing after.
That's fair. That's all I got for you, friend. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's a good start. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, you bet. Actually, let me roll that. Oh, one more time. I always want to say roll that beautiful bean footage, but that's not what I want to do. So it's terrible, like mid-90s joke. Okay, she starts to walk off, not back in the tavern. Looks at you again, and she's like, "You want more info? Festival's probably a good place to find it."
I figured as much, but never too early to start.
Yeah. Lots of people coming in from all over, so more tourists showing up every day.
Yeah, I actually came here with a bunch of them.
What, tourists?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Good luck then. She kind of laughs. They don't exactly have the best navigation sense sometimes, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know.
Alright, well, yeah, take care there, thunderstorm vole. She kind of laughs and starts walking down the alley.
Well, I go on my way as well.
Okay. As you're kind of contemplating and walking back through the city
I'm walking and thinking at this point.
Okay. To whatever it is that you're going to do next. A young boy, about 14, runs up to you, panting.
At 14, he's almost an adult.
You're Volkarr, right?
Sure am. What's up, kid?
I've been looking for you. And he reaches into the bag on his side. His letter for you. But I gotta go. Takes back off.
Okay. I grip the letter.
All right. It's sealed. You recognize instantly the handwriting. This is from Fiona.
Oh. Okay.
And she has asked you, if you have time before the festival, if you would meet her at the Golden Phoenix inside of Abdar's Promenade. And you know that bar very well because that's where you met her.
Oh. We're gonna share some memories.
Yeah, it's the letter is pretty basic, which is I know that we said we were going to be in town for the festival. Just wanted to let you know where we're staying.
Yeah.
We're here for the competition.
Basically, we're here. Come if you like.
Basically,
or,
yeah.
Is
Not
it more direct?
No, not more direct. Just okay. So that you kind of figured they would probably be there, but. You know Fiona, she's always wanting to make sure that everybody knows all the right information at any given time. And it certainly isn't going to leave you out to dry. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's my next step then.
Okay. So you walk along, and it's a nice walk. It's a beautiful day. You can, if you want to grab food from a vendor, you can do that as you walk, and you just kind of are... You can look around at all of the hubbub with the festival, and then eventually you do make your way to Abdar's Promenade and land in the Golden Phoenix.
Ooh, music.
I know, which is very loud for some weird reason. Calm down. There we go.
Kinda is.
There we go. For some reason, my volume was just like, woohoo! Very different atmosphere in here. There is a dragon head on the wall. Smaller than an ancient dragon, but still a dragon head.
Probably a fake one, too.
Fairly fresh, actually. So, yeah. Maybe a little in the spirit of types of things. You definitely see lots of different people in here. Couple people recognize you from your various travels, and they're like, "Yay! Vol, over here! You remember me from that night?"
I wave at everyone and smile as if I recognize every single one of them.
Like when somebody walks up to you, "Hey man, how are you?" And you're like, "Fuck, I don't know who this is."
Yeah. And you just go on with the conversation as if you knew exactly who it was, figuring that you remember as you go, and then you don't, and who cares? Right?
Yeah, who cares? And there's some drinking going on, but far less than at the tavern floor. Lots of food being passed around, and just everyone seems to be in a very good mood. And you do see over in the corner at their table is Fiona and Gwyn. No Dranzel. Not yet, maybe. But you do see Stone.
He's probably stealing cutlery at
right.
at Grayskull.
Probably. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
How could you forget that?
I don't know. I just 400 hours of campaign. I don't know. I just did. And she sees you, and you see Gwyn kind of pushes a chair out beside him with his foot, and they all get up to greet you. And you guys, Fiona, kind of pat your hand, and she's like, "I figured as much."
All the hugs and the handshaking.
Oh yeah, of course. Stone tries to give you a hug, and it's like, "Whoa, just promise you won't crush me," type of thing. Like, Goliath.
Well, I'm kind of hard to crush, to be honest, and I could crush him too. It's probably kind of a contest of who's gonna crush the other when we meet.
There you go. There's a little like that handshake thing where you're
he's got the advantage of the longer arms, though.
He's about 7 feet tall too, so that helps a lot. But you guys sit, and Fiona has food and drinks and tea and all this other stuff. The table is like groaning at this point. with all
You know
of
what?
the
I'm gonna
fare
share
on
my
it.
bottle with them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know Gwen's all about it. Absolutely will take that. So, you guys share a drink, and I wanted to give you a little bit of how you met Fiona, just for backstory's sake. You can run with it as much as you want past this. But yeah, you did. You met her actually many, many years ago. You were that lone bard trying to eke out a living. The crowd was thin that night, just a handful of townsfolk from Emon and a single bartender, and you knew the tips would be really lean if they existed at all. So you took it as a chance to play some of your favorites, most of which are not the crowd pleasers you play for money. And which I thought was kind of apt. And one song in particular is called Blood and Sand. And it was extremely obscure, and you never expected anybody to know it. But there she was, a blonde-haired gnome woman in basic traveler's clothes at a table with two half-orcs. And the three of them sang along with you, louder and louder after every chorus, raising their fists as the battle hymn came to its conclusion. And then they slammed their tankards down.
That sounds like some sort of gladiator song type thing.
She came up and gave you a drink, and she said she hadn't heard that song in quite some time and never so deftly played. And she invited you to join her and her companions, two half-orcs, half-brothers, named Dranzel and Gwen. And that was the night you joined the very beginning of what would become the Golden Grin.
Cool.
So they reminisce with you, Gwen especially. He feels like you're quite the bit of a brother-in-arms to him. Both outcasts, both kind of doing your own thing. Yeah. And there's always this moment of you guys go to like do this complex handshake you've given each other, like worked on over the years. It's so funny. There's more pieces to it every time you meet.
the over-exaggerated bro handshake.
Oh, totally. But you guys can drink and reminisce and do all of that. Okay. And she will give you a flyer for the competition that the Golden Phoenix is hosting. Invite you to yes, it is a all-encompassing bard competition. So it is broken down, and you'll see the categories, and I'll mock up the flyer later, but the categories listed as specifically playing, singing. There's one for dancing. There's one for various kind of parlor tricks, which they're including juggling, fire eating, sword throwing, that type of thing. Cool. Yeah, just all kind. And you do see that they are clearing out part of the kind of the bump out on the tavern for a big stage that they're building for all of this to take place on. And you guys sit around and you have a good time. And was there anything specific you wanted to do while you were with them? You know, it's not the only time you're going to see them.
Yeah, well, one thing is I'm going to ask them if they think I should play my own particular style, or if I should go with more of a traditional type song.
Gwen immediately starts laughing and pounding the table with his fist. He's like, man, you do you, brother. I think you should always do you. You should always do your thing, because your thing is the only thing like it. I think you should do it.
That's for sure.
You should do it. You should do it. You're gonna, like, blow these people's minds.
Well, I just figured, for a contest.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
There's people coming in from all over Taldore.
And that's true. It's the best occasion to spread my particular form of art.
Exactly. Make them remember the name Thunderstorm Vol.
Even if I don't win, I can get the word out.
Fiona just kind of shakes her head. She's like, oh, Gwen, you always... Oh.
I'm still gonna do one of my classics, though, at some point.
But, of course. You should... I mean, you have known Fiona for a long time, and she always does this mothering thing, which is kind of endearing at this point. And she just goes, you do whatever you think will work. I think that's what you... You are one of a kind, Volkarr. You're one of a kind, and your
Well,
music
it's
should be nothing less.
I mean, it's not so much about what's gonna work as it is what I want to work.
Then you do what you want.
Yeah.
Stone just looks at you and he points and he says, you do that weird head, and he makes the movement, thrashing. It's like, you do that thing. I like that thing. You should do that thing.
I know. Tell you what, I'll do that thing for the big contest, but I'll play some more, traditional songs before then. Just to surprise them when it really counts. How's that?
Sounds good. I like it. Pounds the table with his big Goliath fist. I like it. I like your music. I love him.
You'll always be my biggest fans in more way than one.
Gwyn and Fiona try not to snicker, and Stone just grins. It's like, I am a big fan. Get it? 'Cause I'm big.
That's exactly what I meant, my friend.
Hey, I got it this time.
You did.
I did after, and he looks at Fiona, how many times? And she just smiles. She's like, a few, but you got it. Don't worry about it. Yay, I got it. I love him. Oh my god. All right, so you stay and reminisce and...
Yeah.
Okay.
And, I'm gonna try to slip in that little piece of info I got about German.
Okay.
Ask if they heard anything.
She gives you this is the first time the smile's dropped off her face since you came in, and she looks a little worried at this point. She's like, I had a Sean go and try to just find some basic info. It's been years since I've been to Duran, and I'm obviously bothered by the rumors coming out of there. I'm hoping she comes back. The Lyceum has a public section of their library. And I'm just, I need to brush up on my history. I know that place is supposedly cursed, and maybe it ties to that. It's hard to tell.
I'm starting to think so.
Yeah, I mean, that was Divergent,
Sounds like they're looking into it anyway. Maybe looking for ways to use it. Which is bad.
That's bad. That puts the people of that village at risk, and they're always at risk. I've heard some rumors about undead rising in more number.
That reminds me of a letter my cousin sent about some of these Shade Watch folk showing up in that other village that had a haunted manor of some sort. He didn't get into too many details, but they seem to be into some weird, creepy shit.
Well, the only doctrine we have, which is seek out tyranny. So if you hear anything, let me know. And if you head that way, also let me know, and maybe we can come play backup.
New traveling companions have anything else to do?
Oh, the group you mentioned you were looking for.
Yep, found them. Came back around here with them.
That's good.
I understand they have some business going on, but I'll see if we can fit that in.
Yeah, see if you can get them to help, and just keep me informed. She passes you a piece of blank parchment, and you know how to use this. This is a message scroll that will allow you to send a short message to her once.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna add that.
Okay. You guys talk and you drink. And before we end this, I'm going to assume, was there anything else you wanted to do in the tavern?
No, that's pretty much it. What was her name again?
Fiona.
Fiona.
Yeah, she's.
And yeah, that was pretty much it because we are 10 minutes from
Yep.
Critical Role.
Okay. I'm going to have you do one more thing. As you
right.
get up and you leave the tavern and the air is getting cooler as the sun sets, I'm going to have you make a perception check.
Oh, no, not again.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, dice.
That's my worst skill.
Sorry.
Alright. Have it. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's a 15 total.
And it's a long walk back from Abdar's Promenade to the Cloudtop District, especially as you're having to duck more and more carousers and try to get out of the crowd a little. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Dodge around.
I don't duck. I roll through.
This is true. You do start to get an odd sensation, and you turn around really quickly, and out of the very corner of your eye, a figure in all black with a hood up ducks into an alley behind you. What do you do?
I'm gonna be my usual subtle self and go straight that way.
Okay. You go down the alley.
Yep.
When you get there, that figure is gone.
Of course.
And then you look up, and there it is.
Oh.
Perched on the rooftop. And it points at you, and then takes off running away from you across the rooftops.
Huh. I just call out, "Hey, why don't you come talk if you're that interested in me?"
No response. The figure's long out of eyesight at this point.
Yeah, of course. I just go back on my way after that. After I said that.
All right.
Just to really show whoever that is that, like, you don't worry me at all, buddy. I don't give a fuck.
I love it. Oh my god, he's so different from Torkel. Oh my god.
Hey, Torkel has doubled this guy's wisdom.
Right. Yeah, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I love it. My thing just crashed. There we go. That's better.
Oops.
Oh no, it's all right. It happens sometimes. And okay, well, I think that'll definitely do it. But you got some info.
Yep, I did.
All right, awesome.
And
well,
we had some laughs, so that's good too.
There you go. Yep. And a bottle of pretty decent alcohol.
Well, not anymore.
Well, true. That's true. It's gone. It's long gone. But it was good while it lasted.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth it for some fun with old friends.
There you go. All right. Well, I will piece all of these together so that you guys can, as players, if you want to listen. But we'll go over some stuff too at the beginning of the next game, which will be on March 4th.
Huzzah!